This is your moment to maximize. Maximize moments with Milton Audio Experience. Raymond Hull says, "He who trims himself to suit everyone will soon whittle away himself." Maximizers, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate your time and your attention, but I really am concerned about something. It's about really how and why is it hard to be yourself, and how do you be yourself? Why is it so hard to be yourself? And I will always probably talk about this because it's my passion to want to encourage you, to want you to step out in front of your audience, onto your platform, step out into your arena, your stage, because it's your purpose that exists to be where you were designed to be. But we can always find it so hard to be ourselves. I think be yourself. This is a common piece of advice often given before an interview or a date or some other occasion when we need to impress. Sounds like a strange piece of advice, though. How could you not be yourself? And I think it's strange as it seems that we have been conditioned all of our lives to behave according to other people's expectations, right? I grew up in a great home, loving mother and father, but there are expectations put on me as the oldest child to behave a certain way in certain areas and arenas. And I was almost tasked to be able to do that and model that for my younger siblings, which is all fine and dandy, but at some level you kind of don't realize who you really are. You kind of go along with what you're being told and disciplined to do, that you really, as you get older, try to figure out who you really are. And if it lines up with how you've been raised, great. Sometimes it goes a whole different opposite direction. How many times have you seen people, and you can even claim yourself, you were raised a certain way, and then all of a sudden you turn a certain age and you totally flip the script and went another way, because you're trying to identify who you really are and be yourself. And a lot of times those roots and seeds that were planted in us growing up do form us in a certain way to kind of help us be who we are, because that's who we were born to. We were born into that environment, and sometimes that's okay, but we're all conditioned in a way that we're trying to live up to others' expectations. It's a dance to their tune, and we let others pull our strings. Even as adults, we let others pull our strings because we haven't broken free from the training that we were given. It's hopefully assuming you had a great environment, but there was a training that you were given to live a certain way. And a lot of times that training is kept on and on and on because you haven't stepped out into what you were designed to do. Now, my parents did me a great service by giving me tools I needed to be a man that I am today. Hopefully a good father and a good husband and a good community leader, someone that not only they can be proud of, but I can be proud of myself and show my wife and my children a way themselves, that there is a designed way, another way for them to live, at least an example. So don't negate that. But a lot of times we can feel like puppets being controlled and being strung around, and our characteristics of a human being being kind of really tainted a little bit or skewed because of our environments, because we haven't really understood what's going on the inside. One thing that can really, and I hope you listen to me and taking notes, but one thing that can really help you start to figure out and ease the pain of being yourself is not to give away your power, not to give away your ability to change yourself. Don't hand over the reins to your own life. Yes, there was people growing up, and you're growing up, that were holding those reins and kind of guiding you and leading you. If you can picture a horse on a stagecoach, and the driver is actually pulling the reins back and forth with the bit in the horse's mouth, kind of steering it one way or another. But all the while, the driver, the rider is always acknowledging the fact that there's power in that horse. And you've heard the term horsepower if you drive a car, but there's power in that horse, and all the small piece in the mouth is actually guiding that power. And I believe a lot of times we as really authentic and well-meaning individuals, whether we're parents or guardians of our children, we have the ability to steer and guide and acknowledge the fact that there is a power. And even when it's time for them to move on their own and that bit is out of their mouth, they still don't understand how to actually use and guide and control that power. So I want to encourage you, number one, not to give away your power. Second thing you can do is really to do this: live with integrity. Why do I say that? Because what integrity does, it authenticates who you are on the inside. And what does integrity look like? And it looks like, hey, I'm a man of my word or woman of my word. I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. I'm going to act in a way that I would want others to treat me in a sense. I want to do that. And I'm not saying it's not about being perfect and then about being perfect and then about being perfect.